Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. As the dust settles from a franchise-altering offseason, the draft, trading away three of our biggest players, Brandt Clarke, Alexei Petrangelov, and Anthony Francis. It was an off-season we talked about for a while, but I hadn't expected it to go the way that it did, and I'm kind of happy that we did it this year. This franchise mode is almost over, and with the assets that we got, we can pick up a very talented player if need be. We are a very competitive team. We are still at the top of the league. We've won 14 straight President's Trophies, but this team is going to take a turn for the worst. You know, we're not getting any younger. There's a lot of young guys that we put in this lineup. But there's a little bit of a curve to this squad. After all of our success, I know this team is not going to win 60 games. We're a playoff team. Let's go ahead and show you the roster for 2037-2038. And this is the team. Now, at the end of the last episode, we discussed coaching, and I did my best to get this roster to look pretty. You know, we sent down Jamison Wellwood, the coach, hired a new head coach, a more balanced coach to fit with our top guys, Numanen, Hadar, and Toby Kahn. This top six should be pretty good. But we're not that offensive powerhouse we used to be. Kel Numanen is going to have to step up. Toby Kahn, the $15 million we're paying him, this is his moment. He needs to turn into that franchise player. He's had a few really good seasons in a row with Minnesota, but he needs to be that guy. And Harrison Hadar, probably my favorite player on this current team, coming off of a career best season. He needs to lead this team. And don't worry, we're going to get into the captaincy, but for right now I'm showing you the roster. The second line is looking weaker than it usually does, but Gogolev is officially that second line center. You could go Gogolev on that first line +3, but I like Harrison Hadar alongside of a sniper and a playmaker. I think that first line is going to be our offensive powerhouse. And with our last Stanley Cups, we won because of our offense. In Columbus, we won because we had the Hall of Fame line with Joshua Waugh, Jeffrey Woodworth, and Matthew Savoie. We live and die by our first line is basically what I'm trying to get at, but this first line should be really good. There's going to be some growing pains, though. I know that for sure. Gogolev with Don Kreider and Ashton Soretta, who we got from Calgary, if I'm not mistaken, not too long ago. He should be pretty decent. He's coming off of a pretty solid season in the AHL. He's 83 overall. He's getting some second line time. I'm hoping he can step up as a rookie. The third line, you got Darcy Hobson. You got Len Kavanaugh. Could be a fourth liner, could be a third liner. Right now, we just want to get these young guys some time. And then you got an off-season acquisition in Bryce Price. Wow, I just realized what his name was. Bryce Price. The Bryce is right. Oh my god. I already love him. It's technically a second liner. You could go Sedera on the third line, but right now I want to try an offensive player up here in the top six. I want that second line to do well. But the third line's pretty good. This coaching is going to change us, though. We're not going to be scoring games 11-2. It's not going to happen anymore. We need to take care of our young guys like Don Kreider, Soretta, Harrison Hadar. All these young guys need to get some time. Fourth line, you got Kip Reed, Chistov, and Della Rivera, who was a playoff stud last year. I mean, he had 6 goals, 2 game winners, shooting at 35%. This forward core is really good. Just imagine what kind of team we would have if we had Francis and Petrangelov and Brandt Clarke, but the point there is we wouldn't have had enough cap space. This team would look a lot different. And with a lot of contracts coming up, I believe it was the right thing to do. And the defense. Now, I had a bit of a problem once we once we changed the coach. Now, we could always bring Wellwood back up. We kept him on our team. But the good thing about Wellwood is that his defense always had pluses. There was no way you could mess that up. It's looking a little iffy. I mean, it's still you have almost 390 overalls, Harry Parrish, Grossman, and Niemi, who we traded straight up for I mean, those were the two biggest pieces in the Columbus trade, Niemi for Brandt Clarke. And I'm really cheering for Columbus this year because we traded them both, Pietrangelo and Brandt Clarke. I really hope they go out there with Mironov and win a Stanley Cup. If it's against us, I hope we beat them. But for right now, I'm cheering for Columbus. Then you have Brent Perez, Bissonnette here on this pairing because if you put Perez down there, they have a -1. So I moved around some pieces. I've looked around the league. There's not really any depth player for cheap for defense that we could go out and get to fix this up right this moment. We're going through growing pains. That's exactly what's happening. Until our prospects come up, until we get a top acquisition in the draft, this is what we're dealing with. 81 overall defensemen are worth like $5 million. We have about 3.5 to work with. So right now, until we find that player, this is what we're going to have to work with. But Bissonnette's getting plenty of time. He should be okay on the power play. Speaking of the power play, it's looking pretty good. We should be pretty good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This team should compete right out of the gate. Even the penalty kill isn't even as bad with a balanced coach now. Gogolev and Hobson getting some time there. Extra lines. This team's looking great. This team is looking competitive. We can go out and win a Stanley Cup. And I said this series would end the next time we win a Stanley Cup. So this could be the last season we technically play, right? But I have a feeling we're going to go through some growing pains. But that was bound to happen at some point. Right? And goaltending. Olsen, that we signed in free agency. Now, there's going to be a little bit of a controversy. We have 2 goalies in the AHL right now that are over. I guess there's 2 in the AHL, or 3 in the AHL that are over 80 overall. Now, DeAndre Moore is really young. And what I've noticed is if you have an older goalie heading into the playoffs, you have a better chance to win more games. That's what I've noticed. If you have 2 really young goalies, they really struggle. But if you have a backup goalie who's a bit older, like we have Spencer Knight for the longest time, so this should be a good tandem. Our scratch players are Clem and Albert Schausser. For the AHL, there's some notable prospects. Alfredson, Dillon, Hedman, Lindholm, Stanton, Ponikarovsky. All these guys could be in the NHL next year. And that's why we kind of traded away a lot of pieces, because these guys are our future. Stanton, Hedman, all these guys are going to be really good. These guys could be NHL ready this year. Right? But for right now, we're playing them in the AHL. Prince, Tikhonov, Bobby McFumbles, Vasilev, Pushkarev, and Hoffman. This AHL squad's really good. Defense, there's not too many notable guys. You have Ganon and Tremblay. Tremblay is playing in the AHL this year. He did play in the NHL last year. He was really good in the NHL last year. But with the chemistry in the NHL right now, I decided, okay, until we figure that whole situation out, Tremblay would work best in the AHL here. But Ganon is kind of getting too old. He's probably not going to be the best NHL defenseman. He might make it one day, but for right now, he's still an NHL guy. Goaltenders, Zanacarano and Solis are 2 young guys. Scratch players are Zykov, and then you have Benin. Trade assets, you would say, right? I'm not sure how much we're going to get done in this episode. I'm not sure if I want to go the entire season. It depends on how we start right out of the gate. But a question I've asked plenty of times. Who leads this team in the future? Last year we did not have a captain. I was kind of debating maybe Brandt Clarke, Anthony Francis, Pietrangelo could take the role until we traded them. This team is getting younger and younger and younger. There's 3 alternative captains or assistant captains: Harrison Hadar, Harry Parrish, and Kel Newman. You can debate, honestly, anybody on the squad to be captain. You could say Bissonnette deserves it, or Harry Parrish, or Don Kreider. You could debate each and everybody. Each and every single player. Gogolev, you could debate anybody. There's points for each and every single player. But there's one guy in mind that is going to lead this team in the future. Cale Newman deserves it. I won't take anything away from him. He was our leading scorer last year. But the guy who's going to lead us into the future is the haymaker, Harrison Hadar, former second-round pick, 47th overall, is getting the captaincy. So we've had, 3 captains in this, or I guess we've had technically 4 captains in this franchise mode. Koivu for a little bit until we traded him. Then we had Kaprizov, and then we had Quinn Hughes. And, no, wait. He'd be our 4th captain. Am I crazy? I think I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. He's leading this team in the future. We are ready to go. I'm not sure how this team is going to turn out. We're not going to be the 60-win squad. We're not. We're not. I know that for a fact. But if we're a good... I know we're a good team. I know we are still competing. Now, there are a few teams to watch out for. We have Boston's first-round pick. We have our own. And we have Columbus's. Boston is kind of on the fringe here. It said it had more trade value for Boston's pick, so they might not be the best of teams. They did get Anthony Francis, though, which can definitely help them out. But here we go. We'll slow sim game 1 of the regular season, see how this team performs in the first game. First period, 1-1. Jani Niemi, his first goal as the Minnesota Wild. I love to see that, and we're facing Winnipeg. How did I not put 2 and 2 together? Winnipeg was the team to kind of end our dynasty, or our playoff dynasty, the team that was. Gugnot, we know all about him. Second period, still a tie game after 40 minutes. 19-16 are the shots in our favor. Third period, can we get the first W of the season? Kind of get a little bit of a revenge against the Winnipeg Jets. Come on, somebody step up. We have one blue liner step up this game. Can we get anybody else? Cale Newman, come on, bud. Come on. Anybody. Oh, this is too tense. I don't like this. I know it's only 1 of 82, but come on. Come on. And we are headed to overtime. It seems like every first game of the season we slow sim, we head into extra time, and you know what? We're going to watch it. This is kind of fitting for the first game. Our last game played was against Winnipeg in overtime of Game 7 of round number 2. Simic, their goaltender, was the hero. Will he play hero again? Big save from Simic to start OT, and can we get a little bit of revenge? Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, Gugnot signed a big actually a pretty good contract for the kind of player he is. 9 over 4 years. Pretty good contract. The captain, Harrison Hadar. He kind of loses the face-off. Spiller will bring it into the offensive zone. Kind of a broken rush here, but Hadar will strip the puck. Parrish doing a dipsy doodle there. He gets a hit in, and we will not regain the puck. Perfetti back to the point. Trojanovic in front. Perfetti with the shot, but oh my god, what are you doing there, Perfetti? Get off my goaltender. This is not a strip club. Get away. God, where are the $1 bills? Still the first lines out here. Can we get a big face-off win in the defensive zone? Harrison Hadar loses it back to Trojanovic. And Harrison Hadar will regain the puck over to Newman. The sniper led our team in scoring last regular season. Throws it. Oh, we got a shot there. I lost my words there, but that was a great play in front. Oh, big save by Simic, and this game is still going. Spiller in front, but Harrison Hadar will strip the puck yet again. Phenomenal centerman in Harrison Hadar. Grossman. Harrison Hadar with a shot. He is playing some hockey out here. Okay, Spiller. It's a 2-on-2 rush. Trojanovic back to the point. That's a big one-time save by DeAndre Moore. Big saves here from each goaltender. It's a high probability of this heading to the shootout with both goaltenders playing on their heads. This has been a goaltenders duel. We got the second pairings out here, or trios, I guess you could say. Gogolev loses the face-off. Our centermen have been weak at the face-off dot this evening. Toby Kahn, Harry Parrish, and Gogolev. And Toby Kahn will get hit there, number 69. Nice. Gallivan is going to bring it into the zone. Heads to the point, Montoya, and that's another slap shot save by DeAndre Moore. He's like a hawk tonight. He knows exactly where the puck is. Our offense needs to get a little bit started here in overtime. Oh my God, Toby Kahn just ran into the defenseman there. Or I guess it was the centerman, but you know what I mean. Hobson, the third trio is out here. He wins the faceoff. That's a big one there. Bryce loses the puck, but Grossman will regain it. Price, Hobson, and Grossman take the shot. Grossman with a big shot there. He had an angle, but Simic stops it. Okay, 1 minute remaining in the overtime 3-on-3 phase. Hobson out here again. Can he win it one more time? Big face-off win. That's exactly why we acquired him. Slow. That was a one-timer. Jesper Straka, former Maurice Richard Rocket winner. And Grossman strips the puck. Great defense. They got a chance here in front, and that is stopped by... Oh, what a shot. What a play. But Simic yet again stops it all alone in front. And DeAndre Moore will slow the play down with just over half a minute remaining. Price. I mean, I do like this trio right here. He had something there, but he could not get enough room. Simic playing hero again. 1 or 2 more chances for each team here in overtime. Face-off lost there. Westcott over to Spiller. Spiller will put it in front. Gogolev has a chance here. Does he have the Jets? Turn him on, boy. Turn him on. In front, Kahn. Kahn shoots. He scores. Big goal number 1 for Toby Kahn. Ends it in overtime. What a tough overtime frame. DeAndre Moore played great, and Toby Kahn was the hero. Puts it past Simic. Great play there, and front number 69 getting it done. You could argue he should be captain, but it's his time to step up, paying him $15 million. It's his time to be the hero. That's what I like to see, though. That's exactly how you start off the regular season Minnesota. That's what I'm talking about, boys. 2-1 victory. I mean, I don't like the fact that we only got 2 goals, but if it won us the game, it won us the game, and 2 points is 2 points. Now that's exactly the way you start out the regular season. Let's see if we can keep this momentum going. Let's head through the month of October. Keep it going. A few Canadian games here this month. 9-2 victory. Our offense coming up big that evening. 2-0 shutout loss against Colorado, New Jersey, and we lose in OT. Big OT win. We've had a lot of extra time here to start the season. 5-4 victory against Arizona. Tikhonov is hurt in the AHL. Head coach replaces player. 4-1-1. Edmonton Oilers. Oh yeah, I guess we should be more in tune with the draft class this season, and if there is a season to win the lottery, it's this year. A right-wing franchise power forward out of the WHL. Zachary Edwards, and if there's a player I want this year, oh, please, please, please. Similar to Milan Lucic. You probably don't want to be compared to Milan Lucic. Maybe the money you get paid, but you got Chris Stapleton. It would be nice to get a new defenseman. He's a lefty. He could work on the squad. I wish there was a top-tier centerman out here. I mean, we could use a right winger. You know, with our second line a little lacking in that offensive talent now, Zachary Edwards is kind of the guy you want. I do like the defenseman, though. If there's a year to win the lottery, it's this year. If there's a hockey god, he'll let us have a little bit of luck. Maybe Boston will suck. You don't know. Tikhonov will get in here. Tikhonov is a pretty solid... Is he a solid prospect? I keep forgetting. There's too many prospects down here in the in the AHL. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, though. Our AHL squad hasn't been like that in quite a long time. Few really awesome victories here. Buffalo, big 1-goal games. I will take that. Our defense has been pretty solid this month. And Hobson wants to talk. He's playing 13 minutes a night, man. Get over it. We traded you for Anthony Francis. Or we traded for you, and they got Anthony Francis. And we got 3 first-round picks, but I won't complain too much. Our second regulation loss there against Buffalo. 2 games against the Ottawa Senators. Can we pick up 4 points? Can we do it? Ashton Sedera has been hurt until January 31st? Oh, that sucks. Ooh. Okay, for right now, I'm going to head coach place player. We're going to deal with that. 10 victories in the month of September. We are still a damn good team. Our name is still in the hat for President's Trophy contenders. Toby Kahn is playing great. Sedera is hurt, though. We're going to look at the stats, and that's a few months right there. That is rough. Oh, the rookie gets hurt. That does suck. But let's see how everybody's performing so far. I see a few guys performing quite well right now. Toby Kahn, we asked him to step up, got the game one winning goal. Played 2 straight games against his former team in the Ottawa Senators. Is he our top offensive talent going forward? I think he is. We didn't give him the captaincy because we gave it to a homegrown guy in the Haymaker, Harrison Hadar. But right now, Toby Kahn, the Wrath of Kahn, he is stepping up. Sergei Gogolev has been great, stepping up as the second-line center. He could even be the first-line center, but for right now, getting some second-line time, I don't think it hurts him too much. Cal Newman has been great. I expect him to have a great season. Don Kreider, he had an interesting start to his career. Didn't have too much faith in him through the first 2 seasons. 25 points, 19 points, and we're like, okay, he was originally a sniper. He's got a great shooting category, but he's also a really good two-way forward. We changed him to a two-way forward to get some special team time. 19 power points last year, his career best with 32 goals. I don't expect that kind of points or his goals from him, but if he can be a 60-point player for us, I'm okay with that. Harrison Hadar, 9 points through 13 games is not the worst. I'm not expecting this team to be or to have 3 100-point scores anymore. I get that, so I have to kind of settle myself down. Had a pretty good season so far. Our captain, I love him to death. He's my main man. I love him so much. Our captain. That's our captain, Harrison Hadar. Put some respect on his name. Off-season acquisition in Bryce Price. 8 points, 6 goals. Tied for second in goals on the squad. Stepping up. We might have to move him to the second line. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, though. You got Chistov. Chistov on the 4th line. Hello, have we found our guy? A playmaker on the 4th line. 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points, plus 8, 0 penalty minutes. Alexander Chistov. I'm going to have to extend this dude. If he keeps performing like that, that is impressive right there. Sedera on the second line. He's injured until January, so he's out of commission. Technically a third liner, so I think the right thing to do is move Bryce Price up to the second line. Maybe we keep Schlauser, but there are a few AHL guys that could probably get the chance there. Not a bad start to the season, though, for him. Kavanaugh, 4 points. 4th line forward. He's on the 3rd line, though, so we can debate there. Della Rovera, 2 goals, 3 points. Not bad. Hobson on the 3rd line, 3 points. Defensively, he's been pretty solid. He is technically a 3rd liner, which is good for us. It is a contract season, so it only gets worse from us from here on out with all of our guys' contracts up. Kip Reed on the 4th line. Technically a 3rd line scorer. We could change over. We could move Kavanaugh down to the 4th line and move Kip Reed up. That could work, but we've been simulating really well. Jenny Niemi. Traded Brant Clark for Jenny Niemi, extended him to a 8-year, $10.8 million deal. It was debatable coming off of an ELC, but with his age, it's going to work out for us. He could be in the race for Norris. Harry Parrish, 15 points. Phenomenal. This pairing's going to be great. Bissonnette's been great. You know, he's playing on the third pairing, but with his power play time, he should average out to pretty good defenseman. Grossman, 8 points, not too shabby. Minus players, though, could be a little bit better. Perez and Madonna haven't been too bad. How about goaltending? And DeAndre Moore, 9-1-1, 9-16, and a 233 goals against. I wonder if that has anything to do with the coaching. I know it's only 11 games, but our backup has not been good. Maybe we debate trading him, bringing up one of the other guys. I'm not sure, but it is 1 month. I'll give him a little bit of a break. But now the debate is Sedera. Who and why, what, where, and how. That sucks. In his rookie season, he's out until January. It's not the entire season. It could always be worse. Oh, they get that -1. I'm gonna keep Kavanaugh up here, but Albert Schausser, I do like Albert Schausser. I really do. AHL, is there anybody that wants? Or no, I want to keep the AHL kind of consistent, so I'm okay with keeping Albert Schausser there, but I want to take him off the power play and put in, I mean, we could totally put in Toby Kahn again. Yeah, put in Toby Kahn again. I'm okay with that. You're okay with that? I'm okay with that. So, let's head another month. We're only 26 minutes into this episode, so let's go ahead and sim another month. I'm not sure I'm going to do the entire season this episode. There's a lot to discuss, but let's head through the entire month of November and see where we're at. We've been great so far, but I'm sure there'll be a moment in time where this team kind of takes a little bit of a turn. With all the contracts coming up, it's going to be iffy for the next few years, but our time to win is right now. With all the talent that we have, time is now. So, we got some depth players from Washington. I do like Stempniak, but with how Chistov is playing, why would we do that? So, and Kong, 80 overall, like, it's, these trade offers have not been good since Vancouver offered us Quinn Hughes. That's all I'm saying. So we're second in our division, kind of a race at the top right now. We've been really good. Lost against Columbus in OT, but we pick up a point. Beat Florida, Arizona. 3-2 shootout loss. Andre Madonna was hurt until November 27th, so we're going to throw Clem in there in his position. 2-1 victory. They'll take that each and every single night. 3-0 shutout against Chicago when we beat Dallas again. Madonna was back. That's what I like to see. And we'll take Clem out. I like Madonna. He's a bit younger. Is he? How much younger is he? Madonna. He's 24. Yeah, give him a little bit of time. He might even turn out to be a really solid depth defenseman for us. 16-2-3. Darcy Hobson wants to talk again. Man, you should be happy that you're here in Minnesota. I know we took you from Boston, but shut up. Shut up. Okay, 2-0 shutout. Okay, first for Josefson. I'm pretty sure this guy's only like 81 overall. How are you? 81. There's no way I'm ever trading a first round pick for an 81 overall, unless it's a prospect or something. Like, are you on drugs? Okay, so Boston, Columbus seem to be pretty good this year, so we might not have a chance at the first overall pick. Nashville, 6-5 victory right there. Benin, Garnett, I swear to God, if Garnett's an 81 overall, like, what are these teams even on? Like, are you on drugs? 82 overall, that's not even that bad of a player. I would debate that, but with Benin, an 81 overall goaltender, that's not even worth it. I'm probably going to dump Zykov and Benin at the deadline. But for right now, that trade value, why would I even do that? That makes no sense. So we're almost in December there. 2 regulation losses to end off the month. 18-4-3, that's a pretty good record. Honestly, keeping par with what we usually have. Cale Newman is running away with the points, so we are currently first in the league by 1 point. Get the Maple Leafs. Bruins are second place. If there's a rebuilding team that wants to trade a pick at the deadline, I'm totally willing to do it. That's all I'm saying. Let's go ahead and view contracts. I just want to see if we can offer anything right now. So Gogolev does not want to come back. That hurts. He's probably asking for $13 million. $12 million. Grossman, though. Grossman is asking for 12. Yikes. How about all expiring? Hobson, Kreider, does he want a cheaper contract? $7 million. See, I don't think he's ever worth that kind of money. I don't think... It's been a while since players on this team have been taking discounts, but that hurts us a lot. Sedera, can we get him on a cheap contract? 2. I'll give him 2 years. It's fine. Chistov, can't offer him a contract. The moment I get to offer him a contract, I'm giving it to him. By the way, I don't care. Halfredson might even be a depth guy for us in the next couple of seasons. I'm not too sure. Perez, can we get him cheap? No. Everybody's asking for money, and that's why we have to get a good prospect this year just to transition us over. Hobson, $3 million. 8. He's probably going to be a pretty good depth guy for us. 8 years, bring him up to 32. $3 million? Yeah, I'll give him that kind of contract. He might not even take that, but hopefully. Is there any goaltenders that are coming off the books this year? No, so DeAndre Moore is good for a few seasons, which is good for us. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm just gonna, you know what? Let's go through the stats one more time. I'll probably do another month and see where we're at. But the forwards seem to be doing pretty solid right now. Our 2 top guys, Cale Newman and Toby Kahn. Cale Newman is running away with the goals right now. Or not running away, but you know what I mean. Making the second most money on this team. But he's worth it. He's 100% worth it. Toby Kahn is stepping up. Harrison Hadar, almost a point per game. Not too shabby. I'm debating maybe moving him down to the second line. Gogolev up on the first, but with our chemistry, it's debatable. Don Kreider has been pretty solid. Same with Price. Chistov, 12 points. Not too bad. Not 4 points that month. I still love him. 0 penalty minutes, though. That's a biggie. That's a biggie that he has 0 penalty minutes. Everybody else seems to be doing pretty solid. Sedera's still injured. Albert Schausser came in for 12 games, 5 points. That's not even that bad. Kip Reed, not the worst, but he is a sniper on the 4th line, so... But everybody seems to be doing pretty good. How about the defense? How about the defense? Harry Parrish and Jani Niemi are doing really solid. Niemi kind of took a step back. Don't blame him. He's young. Harry Parrish is taking that step. Bissonnette and Grossman are doing really solid. Not getting the most power play points in the world. 4 isn't too bad. Perez, Madano, as the worst defenseman on the squad, are actually putting up some really good numbers. Goaltending. I know we're only 23 games through the regular season, but 17 wins, 3 losses, 3 overtime losses, 2 shutout, and a 9-24, 2-23 goals against has to be one of the best in the league. Has to be. So we're going to sim one more month, and then after one more month, we're going to check the entire league stats. But right now, I want to see our overall stats. So we're putting up 4 goals per game. That's really good. 62 goals against is the best in the division. Power play goals is pretty solid. Power plays, 31%. One of the better ones. Penalty kill is 73%. So we can change that up. That's the worst in the division. We're undefeated in regulation at home. Worse away, but that's bound to happen. Okay. There's some things on the squad that can change, but I'm going to go one more month, see how we're performing after a few more games, and go from there. We're first place in the league. Let's see if we're still there at the end of this month. Let's get through December. Sedera should be back. Sedera accepted his contract. Hobson accepted the 8-year deal. Alfredson did as well. Good to see. Rebound with a big win against Philly. Go to draft class. Maybe if one of those teams in the top 10 are willing to move up, I would love. I mean, a Paddock would be great. Zykov maybe. But Edwards, I would love to luck in for an Edwards. Oh my god. He would help us out immediately. Yeah, or one of those top defensemen would be great, especially with how much money they are asking for right now. It would really help out our cause. 3 wins in a row right there. We do beat Dallas again. Loss against Nashville, 7-3 loss. Fred Ganon is hurt in the AHL till December 22nd. Not too worried about that. LA, Nashville again. Oh, 3 losses in a row right there. A little bit of an iffy few games right there. We do beat Anthony Francis and the Boston Bruins. I should have slow sim that game, but it's whatever. I will check I hope Anthony Francis is still competitive. I hope he doesn't break his 100-point streak of his entire career of not getting less than 100 points. What a beauty. I miss him. Obviously, I miss him, but we're heading in the right direction, I think. First time in a long time we've been without Anthony Francis, but Anaheim, shootout loss. A lot of extra losses in this season, or extra time losses. Stepniak, no, these teams need to come out with good offers. Like, seriously, guys? Vegas, 8-2 victory. There we go. There we go. Chicago, come on, end off the month strong against the LA Kings. Come on, 2 points. 2 points right there. 27-6-5. That has to be one of the better records in the NHL. Predators are pretty close, though. 59 points. 59 points. Is the best in the NHL by 5 points. That's pretty good. Toby Kahn, it's kind of a race between Toby Kahn and Cale Newman with the most points on this team. We're in January, so let's go ahead and check out the entire points. See how everybody's doing, and I think we're going to end it right here. Forwards, Toby Kahn and Cale Newman, kind of neck and neck right there. 28 goals for Cale. These players are definitely performing. Harrison Hayter is putting up some really good numbers. Hopefully he finishes with over a point per game. Just depends on how we finish the rest of the season. We're almost halfway through the year. Don Kreider with 23. Bryce Price with 20. Honestly, a pretty good acquisition. Third liner. We'll head down to the third line once Sedera is back. Chistov, 18 points. I love him. As a fourth liner, extended him to a contract. Absolutely love him. Della Rovera with 12. Albert Schausser with 11. Hobson with 11. Kavanaugh with 11. Kip Reed with 9. Sedera with 6 because he's been out for a very long time with a broken leg. That's got to suck in your rookie season. Definitely has to suck. But our depth offense is honestly pretty good. Now, our current coach rolls all 4 lines. So I wonder if that's helping out things. Defense, how are things looking? Harry Parrish has to be in the top of defensemen this year. Has to be. Hopefully he takes home a Norris. We even traded the reigning Norris winner last year in Brant Clark. Man, this team is looking a lot different, but we're still good. Jani Niemi, 29 points. Bissonnette with 27. Grossman with 26. So our defense, even though the morale or the chemistry is not as good as I wanted it to be, they're still putting up really good points. Perez and Madonna are honestly really good depth guys. How about goaltending? DeAndre Moore, 26 wins, 5 losses, 4 OT losses, 2 shutouts, 918 and a 233 goals against is phenomenal. For this kind of simulation and how high the scoring is, that's about as much as I can ask for. Olsen has not been great. He's only played 5 games, but we can trade him away if we need to. DeAndre Moore has the most wins in the league. Currently, he's the best goaltender in the league. Leighton and Ryun are probably neck and neck for second place. But right now, it's DeAndre Moore's league. I mean, it depends on how we finish the season. It's not his trophy, but he is the defending Vezina and William M. Jennings winner. We were going to let him go. We were. But he's performing really well, and I really appreciate that. Rookie skaters. Rodney Yoshi from the Toronto Maple Leafs. 77 overall, top 9 forward. Interesting. That is very, very interesting. Defenseman, how's the race looking? So Jogren is up there. I would say Harry Parrish is probably in first place. With how good his plus-minus is and how low his penalty minutes are, it's probably he's in first place. Yeah, he's in first place. Jani Niemi is not too far behind. All I'm saying. And the Art Ross. How is everybody performing at the top? Capo Caco with 64 points for the New York Rangers. Matthew Savoie is also with the Rangers. Zenit Corvo with Toronto. Joshua Waugh with Boston. And Anthony Francis. Oh, Anthony. Oh, That's so weird. He's down to a 97 overall, but with how quickly Pietrangelo and Tim are going to digress, I think it was the perfect time to trade him. Now, if you don't recall, Boston was the pick, had the first overall pick in 2022. We traded them to, who did we trade them? Tyler Wong and a lot of pieces to get Francis, and obviously it worked out for us, but he went back to the team that originally had his pick, which I think is kind of funny. Pietrangelo, 35 years of age, with the Columbus Blue Jackets, having a really good season. I'm really proud of him. Okay, top of the league, who's leading in goals? Gustav Slychuk. Joel Everberg is up there. I'm going to put money down on Joel Everberg winning it, personally, because he always wins it. Lideker, there's a few really awesome players here at the top. Jackson Cron for Columbus, McLean for assists. So it's a pretty high scoring season. Before I end the video, I want to see where Columbus is. Columbus is currently third place in their division. I really hope they make a run at the Stanley Cup this year. Oh, with Marcus Mironov, Pietrangelo, and Brant Clark, I really hope they go for it. I really hope so. And Boston is currently second place, so probably not getting a top-tier pick this year. But remember, we have Boston's pick for the next 3 years. But it's been a really good season so far. 27, 6-5 through 38 games. This team seems to be really good. The offseason is going to be a little more difficult, but we're making a run at Stanley Cup number 7. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share it with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you next one. Ciao.